Lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. How when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah, fuck, I'm talking about that. Hey, tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is, tell me what you wanna do. Put sad boy plotting on who? I done seen it all before I came through. Must don't understand, nigga, I'm in the truth, lame mad nigga. But these crackers tryna shoot shit my way. 100 down rides on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah, I'm up in South Beach with this shit, nigga, Miami. Fuck on me. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. I'm always in the field, always dressed to kill, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? But your pussy boy, but you ain't talking about nothing, but you ain't making noise. You ain't on that shit, that shit thought you was. Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? They don't even know that. Shooting at me and I'm a throwback. I don't look back, that's a throwback. No, I don't look sad, cause I'm on that. Boy, get shot at the top, that's a toe tag. Lame, that cracker don't want the guns on me. But these people wanna know everything. But the booze and the chica. I tell these soft ass boys how to think. When I'm on my grind, let it hate. Yeah, my nutsack on these fuck niggas when I don't give a fuck. But they be hating on cause I'm up, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? Yeah, all the time a nigga growing. All the time a nigga knowing. Gotta stack it up, keep that bitch flowing. Hey. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. Gotta flip the deal, gotta keep the steel, killer being killed. Nah, nigga, for real, I'm ready for the real. Nigga, ready for the war, nigga. But they crack trying to shoot shit my way. 100 down rounds on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Scarface. They up here with the scene, nigga. With the Colombians, cutting niggas' heads off and shit. Just a kid, shoot them up the hill, gotta keep it still, nah, nigga, for real. Hey, the boy, I think they talking about. Why X out your rank, walking on your sand, on the highway, chasing out the bands. Boy, wanna hate, they don't understand. Boy, wanna hate, soft two cans, Sam, man, nigga. I told you for that nigga don't know it. Yeah, chasing out the one, I love that shit. Cause the thrill of the hunt keep me on my shit. Yeah, that daggone on my hip with a stand-up club. Yeah, motherfucker, we'll kill your ass. We'll motherfucking dissect your ass. Cut a head off, put a bottle for the buzzers. Matter of fact, fuck them buzzers, nigga. Ain't no head hunters. We got more Hey, call nigga Sharface, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. It's all about that warfare, boy. Back up, It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. Nah, this ain't no
One of y'all, somebody get a mic check, mic check. Actually, I think we're good. I can hear it. No sweat. Good there. And I need this. So, all right. Most High in Christ, clap it up. Let's do it. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And tonight's class is a Tuesday night scripture breakdown class out here in East Carolina. Again, shout out to the brothers that I got rolling with me. We got Trooper Yazakar in the building. We also got Trooper Maga Ward, newly raised Trooper Maga Ward in the school. Strong, solid brothers rocking out with me. East of Carolina, we got Sister Yapara 9, Sister Izara in here as well. Of course, these classes will be held every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m., Lord allow. If not, we will have an alternate location for brothers and sisters to come to the class. But majority of the time, it will be every Tuesday for everyone to come here and learn the truth of the Bible. Of course, you know the topic, the title is Celebrating St. Patrick's Day is a Sin Against God. We're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day. We're going to talk about who St. Patrick is. We're going to talk about everything that, you understand, our oppressors in this society has forced upon our people so that we can no longer serve the Most High and rather serve him. But before we get into that, is there any questions in the room? Any questions online? Type your questions in the chat. I'll read it, and which I'll try to get it, Lord allow. Also, be tuned, Sluggers. Stay tuned in after the class tonight for Captain 13,009 Thought. He'll be teaching the mandatory brotherhood class for Durham and Eastern Carolina, for all of North Carolina, Salakia. So make sure y'all tune in for that from 7 to 9 p.m. Any questions in the room? Any questions online? All right, now. Now, this is the first day back in East Carolina. Maybe y'all not used to this, but I will play Christian. Y'all ready for that? Y'all don't got no questions. Y'all know the Bible. Come on. You got it all figured out, Yazakar? Maga, well, I know you got it all figured out. Well, come on with your questions, because if not, I'm going to play Christian, and I hope that you'll be able to defend the truth against a seasoned Christian in the church. I'll do it. I'll turn into Pastor John Willie in a second. What you got, Maga Wolf? Also, again, if any brothers or any sisters, I don't know if I said this already, but if you have any questions, whether it's on topic or off the topic, just type your question into the chat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold on 1 second. Let me get there. Uh-oh. Hold on 1 second. Is it working on your phone? Oh, you on the app, right? Okay, hold on. Let they put some protections up. Mm. Well, go ahead. You can just read it. Mm-hmm. Might have to read it a little bit louder, Slaki. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would go ahead. Mm-hmm. 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 And what is your question? I missed the question. Are you asking for? Go ahead. Mhm. Not all the time. So this, are you asking, is this a law? Or are you asking like this is something that has to be done? La, la. Mhm. Come on, this would be like a priest offering. A priest offering is whatsoever you understand you would like to a priest, however, not mandatory. Right? This is our custom. This is what we would do, right? For taking these vows, but this is not a law, right? Because read it one more time. What is it saying here? Well, read it from verse 2. Mhm. 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 What's that mean? Mhm. You got it? All right. Next. Yazaka, I got your charging on a little block too now. You left it with me. So like, you always leaving stuff. You got something online as well. I'll get to you online after Yazaka. Come on. Mhm. Mhm. Go to go up a couple verses above it. You know who Ephraim is, right? Hmm? Con. But more specifically, well, man, you on your test, man. You gotta know this. Ephraim will be your Puerto Ricans today. But this is talking about the kingdom of Israel, right? The kingdom of Israel is the northern kingdom, right? So this would be, like you said, Latinos today. We would consider this the Latinos. Yeah. Read that part one more time. Actually, read verse. What's your five? Read verse 4. Read verse 3. This might be. They make the king glad with their wickedness. This is what we do today. We make us amazingly every time you celebrate Christmas, every time you celebrate 4th of July, when you celebrate St. Patrick's Day. You understand? You're in that captivity. Which means, why would it make a king so happy to see you glorify your captivity? Why would it make no person king see it today in the top street? Because oppression makes it wise man. Remember that. And so the people that are enslaved, that means that surely you have destroyed this. Surely it's destroyed. Knows that black people have been destroyed, and he looks out and sees black people wearing green leather garments, 4-leaf clothes, green shirts, walking around getting drunk everywhere across America. He looks on the news and sees black people, Latinos, Native Indians participating in the holocaust of the people that enslaved us, and they know these people have forgotten. They're not still mad about slavery. They're not still upset about slave ships. They're not still upset about the torment that me and my people have done to them and their people. So now they make the king laugh. And the princes verse 4. They are all adulterers. They're what? They are all adulterers. What does that mean? They always surprised. They always sleeping with. Well, that's what that means. I was right here. What you mean that don't matter? Going against the most high. So what they they're all adulterers. They could have been as a looking they right, keep going. You know what? Like when you're better, you know, you're putting in the work to make this bread. Taking the dough, taking the yeast, you're rolling the dough, you're cutting it, making it. I'm not a baker, so I'm trying to do the best I can. But you're doing the work to make the bread. Then you can imagine you just stop making the bread. Bread going to milk. Is it going to be cooking the bread? No, there's no stage right there. Because you stop the work. Right? At some point, we stopped fighting. In the book of Maccabees, you had sisters who would their life to not do work. You had brothers who would lose their life and would go to war with kingdoms and empires that were greater than we've ever seen before. Simply to not get to heathen kings, to heathen kings. You understand? Now we can stop. We stop believing that there was a feelings to not celebrate Christmas. There was a point to not celebrate holidays and just we forgot. We stopped catering. See. That. That's fine. All of this is talking about all of this is talking about them earning their sin. Right? Seven. Hmm? All their keys. Mhm. This is where they are today. Their kings are fallen. Who's supposed to judge the nation of Israel? The man who's supposed to say, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this right. Who was supposed to protect our nation? You're wrong. Verse 8. Ephraim. Ephraim himself. People all the way back. Right? So that you understand this one. It's some stuff. Let's see. Think about everything that they said. Adultery is in this chapter. What is the adultery of? Ephraim, when you live today, that's time. The northern, remember the conflict between the northern and southern kingdom. What was it? By the way, no. What's the conflict between the northern and the southern kingdom? The brothers, the way that some and some of the northern kingdom, and that's it. That was part of what made them split. Remember the prodigal son. Right? The prodigal son was allowed to return. Right? And the son who stayed did not go back to the home. That's because he left. To understand this, you got to understand like why there's such a few between Negroes and today. There's something deeply, deeply embedded into your spirit that once you understand this, you'll be able to look at Latinos differently and say, you know what, I'm just like you. I can't give it to you though. What was the feud between the northern kingdom that left? The kingdom split, they left. They went into captivity in Samaria and all Syria. But the southern kingdom stayed. And what did the southern kingdom keep? So, the southern kingdom they kept the customs of Israel, right? Until they stopped. Until the southern kingdom became basic. Until the southern kingdom became above that. At some point, we tried to be the Sadducees, Pharisees, and flood keep the Levitical law. But we saw that the priests were judging us. Or not. You understand? They were sinning themselves. But we believe that if you were a Jew, then you should not be allowed into the congregation. Well, the Northern Kingdom, they weren't allowed into the congregation. They were split from us. That's why today we don't say, we try not to say Northern and Southern Kingdom because it doesn't exist. It only split because of this feud. Us believing that we were better than them because we held on to the law. But now we see that we hold on to the law. The scripture says that the priests were hiding behind the trees eating squash flesh. You understand? They was ducking behind, you know, imagine the priest over there. He got the shrimp. And the shrimp right there, he's like, no, it's chicken. That's what was happening back then. But you would pay. You had to eat swine flesh. Why? Because It was about money, son. Now you have money. But it was about money back then. Right? So now the southern the Jews, they fell off. And now they had this forever hatred for the northern kingdom. Read that part one more time. Verse 8. Meaning what? He was sitting. He was following the customs of the people of that time. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was following their holidays. Some facts they go around Ephraim was all in that mother. It be rain on, slowly, whatever they do for the understand. He, because he mixed himself amongst the people, you know. And now, if you don't turn it, what happens to it? It butters up. You understand? And he not turn because it's top working, top fighting, the most and now all Puerto Ricans got demolished the party out piece of those. You understand? By Spaniards who changed their name to Puerto Rican because of the riches that was around the land that they had. They're nothing more right now to the oppressors of the world, more than the name that their communists, they conquered them and they gave them. You understand? Because they are capable of turning. You know? Mm-hmm. He from the scriptures, the prophecy is that Ephraim and Judah will come together. Ephraim is the arrow, and Judah is the lion. And those brothers coming back together is going to be Puerto Ricans are strong. I don't know if you ever met Puerto Ricans, but they are just like you. If you ever met a Puerto Rican, listen, this is the nigga that can swim. I think I seen some comedians say that. They're like Puerto Ricans, they just niggas that can swim their way. They are just like us. You understand? But because of this feud, because of their disobedience, our arrogance, we've divided ourselves from each other. Understand? I said that wrong. Ephraim is give me one. I forget, but the Lord speak about two sticks, and Ephraim and Judah is those two sticks when they come together. You want that? Yes. All this is talking about even though that's been destroyed, the northern kingdom of the Israelites, Latinos that we conquered, and yet we don't understand. We don't even know, which is why it is important for these classes to take place. It's important for Commander General to teach Vanessa, to teach Zebulun, to teach Gad and Issachar, to teach them how they have been destroyed. Because we won't even know. We won't even know that we've been destroyed. Listen, had it not been for Commander General. We wouldn't even know. We could have been out right now getting ready to put on rain shirt. I'm back at school, but didn't have on rain and get bad shit. They're going into the elementary school, indoctrinating your children knowledge. St. Patrick's Day. Pension is about. That's what it is. The whole ordeal with pension songs not wearing green, it comes from the devil himself. Make sure that you acknowledge this day. Better acknowledge that. And that's how evil and wicked it is to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Of course, we're going to get into it. There's anyone, I think it was one more scripture I was waiting on. With that, make a drop off of there. Verse 10. Mm-hmm. And the is testify to his face. And maybe God return. to the Lord, to the Lord. Meaning their pride, they've been so prideful that they will not, even though they've been destroyed, they turn their back into the Lord. You understand? We become comfortable. That's what the scriptures say. Is Israel a homeborn slave? You understand? It's talking about this. Is Israel a homeborn slave? No. But we've turned our back to the Lord and we've got comfortable captivity, what we could never have. You understand? Drop it. Somebody said something on my back and read it. First Kings. Oh, yeah, read that. First Kings. This is First Kings chapter 1. He said to Jacob, take these 10 pieces. Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel. People, I will bring the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon. Your 10 tribes. Verse 19. But each will have one tribe for my servant. So 7. Which I told you. That was just the kingdom. GSA that came to he drank 54 and he died 44. I thought they sin against God, teaching / believing that his son Jesus Christ was burning in hell, sitting and glory be. All right. I don't think you know the matter on that. Let me tell you something important. We don't teach that Jesus Christ was meaning that they'll be that. They'll be better teaching that, but you can't hear that teach that Christ was this. So the question is for us. Do anything about the it's the Egypt or need of faith that you know that your question is pointless to Israelites who we think because we don't teach that about Christ. I hope that answers your question. Oh, really? Yeah, we don't care nothing about so-called Jewish and his training. I actually do care a little bit about the time. There's a part of it in the time. Rabbi, what was his name? Rabbi. But there's a part of the time where the rabbi states that black people could not be complained that they could not be Jews. And the time movement is in there. So for the black people, Mari started mine out of black people thinking about Jewish or whatever. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna just be able to get it. Right? Feel free that a million people gathering and celebrate every year for this day, and on this day, the storm comes to our grave every year for this day. I don't know what you mean. Before what day? What day? After the day. You got to clarify what day you're talking about. But moving on, the other question. The child should be they won't be able to have children. One that they did the children for the work has been cut off from Israel. You know, verse 18. I think this is particular, right? But obviously about one the landman we got the song of legend. Okay. Gotcha. See. So this is Leviticus chapter 12 and verse 19. Thou shalt not become nakedness in thy son's sister, nor thy father's sister. Probably is in the king. I have realized that the number falls up here. Everything says what he said in verse 19. Thou shalt not cover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, nor thy father's sister. Right? Go to have sex with him. For he uncovered his near kin. There, and what? If you do that, what is the Lord saying? So there, you will be punished, meaning, okay, the Lord is such a gangster, he can't go saying you have to hold this. You know, like you do that, you do that, but hold this. You ever seen that movie? Hold on, you're going to be holding on to this, right? You're going to have to hold on to that shot, but that's pretty defined. Right? Hold on to all of the horrors that come with themselves. Remember, the Lord creates them. That's the thing that people don't understand outside of this church. But God, He is mercy, and He creates good things. But the Lord also creates evil. Punish those who disobey God. You understand? So, like people who get unalive from drug addiction or get unalive from strokes, heart disease, brain cancer, lung cancer, die from lung cancer because you're smoking vape things and you cannot stop. Just know that the Lord created lung cancer. The Lord created it. The Lord sat and thought of a way to kill it. He did it. He found a way to lung cancer technology because it's going to make it out. So, if you take what your heart or your uncle, you don't go there at that minute, then you will have to hold on to the punishment that comes with that. Man shall mind his own wife. A man goes and sleeps with his own wife. Go and have sex with his wife. Yeah, I don't care. They shall bear their sin. They shall die a child. They shall bear their son. They shall die a child. Who is the son? So it's saying that the whole piece of whatever responsibility. That part I understand. They shall die a child. What is children? What will happen to the children? You can say it all, but you can't touch it. Most likely, yeah. That's how actually before with his wife. Have that your inheritance that you can give to another man to join houses. You don't have any of that. You'll just have some, you know, even if you get that, also be trophy because of the complications of the birth itself. That's what happened. The only place you'll see this, you'll see this in the drugs. You understand? Like this is trying to get you to something like this. How important it is for you to follow, to obey God's laws, so that you should think about it more than you think about the laws. Now you think about the Lord before you have it. People don't think about their children before they do it. You go out and sleep with a woman or somebody go out and sleep with your aunt. This is crazy. Now this is something that should be happening. Boy, bless. You have to sleep with the uncle's wife. Crazy like that. Or you go, yeah, you use all kinds of this drugs. You understand how you're doing this? You're playing on birthday. You are thinking, you're not thinking about that. You're going to be on. You have to pay that. Trust me, I know people personally.
all of the drugs. I'm sure they had all of the fun that they had. They wanted. And they had a baby, and the baby got out. Oh, it's sad. Oh, it is sad. It's absolutely sad. It's thing to cry over. But what's more sad? That you being deformed or our disobedience to God? That's the question you got to ask yourself. What's more sad? I mean, don't we all love God? No one cared. No one cried for him when you was disobeying his law. No one cries for him when you're disobedient to him. But everyone cries when that deformed baby dies. Everyone cries for that baby. And then after they cry for that baby, they go do what? They go do more crack. They go do more heroin. They go do more opioids and more fentanyl. They just cry because of the death of a baby that everyone loved. One day we got to love the Lord. So that's something. Brother started we said St. Patrick's on St. Patrick's Day from Miami, Florida. I've never seen this many people celebrating St. Patrick's Day. It's a bunch of dark people. So I who sleep? All stuff, stupidity, following that tracks. Yeah. I'm with you now. We're gonna get into St. Patrick's right here. We're gonna get it right. Any other questions? Let me see another question. Starting brother's questions in around 2041. He's asking if this is the law that Moses gave for the children of Israel to be able to divorce. There's a little bit of right, chapter 24, verse 1. When a man take his wife and not marry, when a man has taken a wife and married her, it's all a man has a wife. Right. Also to a wedding ceremony. Yeah, it's not even ceremony. Like a celebration. Hey, we would not have wedding ceremonies in the Christian fashion, right? We would never allow what's known for a Christian pastor to be over us. You understand? Like, you're not going to go into the church and you have a pastor, he does this thing. He tells everybody to do it. Of course, for you brothers, you out there, you understand? You walk into that church, he sit down. That's and again, that's that you're gonna see that happen. On the second, you're gonna see men off the map in this world. Men who have position and power, and the world loves them, and they have vision, and things like that. And you're gonna walk into the room and they're gonna shut you for you walk. And they're gonna point to sweat next to them. And he's gonna sit down and like and you. So that's why we look like we go. It's like competitors' weddings and all of that. It's all off to have a ring. That's if you want to keep doing it. When that stuff does start to become awful, is when you start to what that ring signifies your advantage, right? Be that piece of joy or that party that you have we may have never had. Determines whether you're married or not. If you not have that party, that marriage for me, in case you think in your mind that I'm not married to my husband or I'm not married to my wife, then you are because you believe in your presence in clergy. You believe in rather than you believe. God said it. God said you married, then you lay down in that bedroom. That's what God said. But because of And because of his heresies, you believe something different. You what they show on HBO. You believe American over what God said. You understand? So, when it comes to that she finds no faith in his eyes. So now, here in the context of the future got free from Egypt. Right? Free from Egypt. And Moses, speaking to the children of Israel, he's giving us all of the instructions in order to build up over our kingdom, over our nation. Because he's dealing with a man and woman who were married. They married, they had sex, they're together. The man, I said, it comes to pass that she found favor in his eyes. Meaning, look, what does this mean? So, like, astonished. This is a more direction, I can call it. But this is a lot of people he lost favor. She's like, she has no favor in his eyes. Right? It can be as extreme as that, or it can be as extreme as or that's not extreme as I just don't want to be around the point. I'm just tired of her. Right? Because we all know that's what happens. You get into relationships with black and brown people, and sometimes you just get tired. They go on to Moses, and they asking Moses, can I get rid of this? Look, there's another nigga around the block that he can just take. I'm trying to do this one right here. I'm just getting rid of everything. So now they asking Moses. That's kind of some kind of just he found some ambiguous. You know, like that's maybe she was getting shrimp. Maybe she was disrespectful. Maybe she didn't look the way he told me to cook. I mean, what is all kinds of stuff. What is she doing? That make you this thing, right? They ain't picked the clothes up off the floor. Right? Yeah, thanks. They ain't picked the clothes up off the floor, right? She got the clothes. Like you looking at her, you thinking like this, you want to be dirty. It's style like the is like you dirty, CH. That's what you're saying. Right? Keep going. Mm-hmm. You know what? And let him like her. Build the doors, make it go. Mm-hmm. And while speaking of this, your weapon. It's just the law that Moses gave us. That Christ said is not grounds for divorce. That's what you say, right? I give you stress for you. It's just for Tom's sake. This is what Moses with that time. You know what I'm saying? He allowed it because our heart was so hard. Like it's like these brothers' hearts was so it was almost to the extent. You gotta imagine they was about to kill. Like this man is telling you like, hey look, I'm the one. Captivity, no one. He's trying to keep the nation of Israel together and keep them safe. So he allowed for this thing to happen. So not what did Christ say? That did contradict what Moses said, but added on to what Moses said or allowed or suffered. That's the better word. Moses suffered it. Mm-hmm. He said Christ said from the beginning. You understand? Lord made man and female. You understand? That they twine together in one flesh. And they should never leave each other. That's for fornication or adultery. That's it. You understand? So yeah, Moses allowed for this thing to happen. But Moses allowed this thing is because they heart was like that's why a lot of people they think that the Old Testament is harder to keep than the New. People think that's why Christian church don't like the Old Testament. Because in their mind they think it's so ridiculously hard to keep that we just got to follow the New Testament. Christ made life harder. He made it very much harder. You understand me? He made it very much harder for you. Now, you see your wife. So you don't like her anymore. In the beginning, it was never so that you couldn't divorce her. Never. So now you have to stay with her. And being the rulership of Christ. You can't live with me, but you have to stay with her for the rest of your life. That's what it is. Right? So Moses allowed. When Moses allowed, he allowed because of the hardness of their home. In the beginning, it was kind of and take away from what Moses did. Moses did what he had to do with the last. You understand? It's like in these times, we have to do what? Because we're not in our kingdom. We're not in our power. We're not in our rulership. So certain things have to happen so that the nation can grow. Certain things have to happen so that the nation can thrive. But let's believe when we only reach in Christ and get our kingdom, in the beginning, it was never so. You need this to not be today. You won't be able to leave your wife. And your wife will never be your husband. Try this.
So y'all let me know if that fixes the choppiness of the audio. Select. Was that it? Come on. A woman should cover her, like Jenna Muhammad say, her front butt. Yeah, I mean this is the best. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm the worst person to ask about woman's attire, right? And and this is one thing that always stuck with me because I don't know. So any sisters out there, do not call me. Ask me, brothers, don't call me and say, is this you have a picture of your rib in a bikini. Salakia, sir, is this too wild for the pad? Don't send it to me, right? Because I don't fucking know. But I know the general said one time, he said, when it comes to a woman's the appropriation of a woman's attire, especially for women who are married, it's something that a man can't explain, but he knows when he sees it. That's as simple as I could put it. It's like you can sit like women are funny, right? And it's so funny the divide between men's mind and women's mind. Like a woman thinks her saying, "Okay, so can I wear a crop top tutu with the fishnet leggings with the crop top headdress wrap with the cape baccarat head pack?" They think that them saying that we just like, oh, okay, okay, I can see it. We sitting there like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what the hell a crop top is. I don't know what it looks like. Crop top could be all the way up here. Crop top could be down here. Crop top could be anywhere in the middle. I don't know what that is. Right? Just put it on. And then if I see it, I'll be able to say, nah, you wasted your money. You got to send that back to Sheen. Send that back to Fashion Nova. Right? So when it comes to that, if you're dealing with a woman that is your wife, you just have to just tell her. But I know for sure, don't be stupid, right? Some things is obviously too revealing. You don't want her cleavage, showing. You don't want a woman who has, you know, a big rear end. You understand? Like wearing the tightest dress. You don't want that. Like you just gotta look at stuff and just be like, And it's kind of sad, right? But the thing that you saw in your woman when you went to go get that, you gotta make sure no one else ever sees that. You understand? Remember, she was in the club and she had them joint on the short skirt with the cleavage out, and you was like, man, she bad as hell. You gotta make sure no one else ever sees that because the same way you saw it and lusted over her, you gonna have brothers fighting their flesh out. You gonna have brothers saying, sis, if you could, sis, go just go that way, sis. God damn, you understand? Like you're gonna be in council. I'm telling you, you gonna end up in council. It's gonna happen. And so just be mindful, man. But it's like I'm not the best brother to ask that question. You know, just be mindful, man. Let's put a trash bag over him and call it a day. So like, what's next? John, let's go. John 1:1. All right. I'll just read it for time's sake. This is John, verse 1, chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Right? So now, this is talking about what? What is the beginning? Genesis, right? The creation of everything. Genesis 1 and 1. And in the beginning was the Word. What was the Word? Yahweh. Power. Uh-huh. Oh, Salaki, not Yahweh. What did you? I said Yahweh. I meant Yahweh Shah, Salaki, right? The Word was Christ, right? Christ was the Word. He was there. He was the Lord's bidding. You understand? The Lord, like the Word was. Listen, think about it like this. Imagine like you ever seen like a dude with like power or rank or something like that, and when he talking, he say, if I say it, it's gonna happen. You understand? Why you think that's gonna happen? Because I said so. You understand? Because his word is his bidding. Now, does that mean that he's gonna do it? If I say, sis, if you stand up one more time, I'm gonna have you removed out of here. And she say, how you gonna do it or why you gonna do it? And I say, because I said so. Does that mean I'm gonna be the one to do it? Not necessarily. Don't mean that. But it does mean that I have a servant with me. You understand? So loyal that if I say it, they'll do it. And that was Christ for the Lord. It didn't matter what it was. The Lord could have said, yo, make the world like unto a big ass trampoline. And Christ would have went out there and did the bidding of the Lord. He would have did anything the Lord said to do. And so that's why the word was Salah. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. Christ was with God. Keep going. hmm hmm Oh, Salaga. And Salaga. And the middle of verse 1. You can read it one more time. hmm 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 And the word was God, which means what? What does God mean? Christ was power. He was it. Like this is how you cut the Trinity, right? This is the Trinity, Holy Spirit, the Lord, and Christ. They're not three separate things. I mean, Salaga. They're not how can I what do they say? They say that they're all one, right? The Holy Trinity are all one. But this is why it's kind of confusing to Christians because they are one, but they're not one entity. That's what Christians don't understand. They're not one entity. They are one though. You understand? Me, you, and Yazakar are all one. Right? Have you ever seen Lion King? Y'all seen that? Remember the part where she look up, she said Lion King. I've seen that. But remember the part where Scar had killed Mufasa and Simba had to go out into the wilderness and eventually the monkey, Rafiki, whatever his name was, come and find him and said, no, Mufasa is alive. Mufasa is alive. So Simba going crazy, like, yo, where? Like, what are you talking about? He say, follow me. He run all through the woods, the jungle or whatnot, and he take him to a lake or a pond and make Simba look into the reflection, right? And when he look into the water, he like, well, I don't see Mufasa. Like, what are you talking about? And the baboon is like, Mufasa is you. And that's when the song come on, we are one, one. Does it mean that Simba and Mufasa are the same person? No, but they are the same person. And that's what the Lord is trying to get us to understand. In the beginning was the Word, Christ was the Word, and the Word was with God. The Word was with power, meaning this Word wasn't the word of some crackhead. This word wasn't the word of some child. This word, when it spoke with authority, and it was going to happen. The word was with power, and the word was power. You understand? It was God. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's what it's saying. It's saying like this is setting the stage for everything that we all fall victim to. Like this whole earth was created by one word, by one. And that same word is the word that died for us, for our sins. You understand? Died on that cross. And now you have to ask yourself one thing. Why is it that the world isn't following what that word said? And his word is to keep God's law, statutes, and commandments. But yet we disobey that. You understand? Keep going. Hmm. Hmm. Meaning Christ was there all the way in the beginning, right? With the Ancient of Days. Keep going. Uh huh. Come on. How do you cut people that say John 1 and 3 is saying that Yahweh Shah is the most high, right? All right, let's read it. Uh-huh. All right, so what is it saying? Hold on one second. Laptop froze. All right, Salaki, go ahead. Say it one more time. Mm-hmm. Read it one more time, Salaki. And who's the him? Mm-hmm. Well, huh? Go ahead. Christians try to make this to be two different entities, but it's not. You understand? There's a certain symbolic relationship between the Lord, the Spirit, and Christ, and you, and me, and all of the children of Israel, right? There's a symbolic spirit there that the Christian church has worked for years to deteriorate at, but the Bible does not. You understand? When Christ said, I'm about my father's business, who was he talking about? He was talking about the Lord. You know why? Because he's been about his father's business since Genesis. He's been that. He's been the man who would say, what? If the Lord said do it, then I'm doing it. That's all this is saying. So to him, read it one more time. So like, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Without him was not anything made that was made. Meaning what? What is the Lord? What is John trying to get you to understand? He was the creation. You understand? Like that's what John is trying to bring it home. He ain't trying to beat around the bush and say, oh, well, Christ played a part in this, that, and the third. John is telling you that that nigga that died for you, he is him. You understand? He is the most high. He is like he is the Lord. Now, is he saying he is the most high? No. You understand? Y'all ever seen The Walking Dead? When The Walking Dead came on and Negan was tearing up the whole everything. When they would run into all of Negan's camps, what would each of the people who was with Negan say? I am Negan. I am Negan. It'd be women. I am Negan. I am Negan. I am. Everybody say I am. Oh, you got a question, sis? Go ahead. You got a question? What's up? You got a question? You want to say something? Everyone was just saying, I am Negan. Did it mean that they were physically? No, right? We get that part. But it does mean that I come in the name of my father. I come in the name of Negan. I come in the name of the Lord. And that is what John is trying to convey to us, that this man, if he said it, it's because God said it. That's how you know. Because you don't talk to God. God doesn't give you orders. So how do you get your orders from God? Read it one more time. Hmm. Hmm. This is how you get your orders from God. By listening to the man where all things were made by. Keep going. Without him was not anything made that was made. That's how much of a servant Christ is. That's how much of that nigga Christ is. Without him, none of this is here. You understand? That is the power that is Christ, who serves God. You understand? Now, if you want to cut that, I mean, you could go damn near anywhere and cut it. But let me see. I think I want first. I mean, Colossians 3:1. You could have read verse 4 too, just to bring it home. But let me see. Trying to make sure that's the one I want. Yeah, right there. Colossians 3:1. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you then be risen with Christ, Paul is talking to the brothers in Colossia, right? He's telling them, if you be risen with Christ, meaning what? You've unalived your old man, right? To be born again. And now you want to be risen with Christ, meaning you want to serve in his kingdom. You want to be with Yahweh Shai. Keep going. Seek those things which are above. What's above? Our customs and our culture comes from them. You understand? Like, how did Adam get the laws of God? He looked at the constellations, right? That is where the Lord gave him the signs to follow the laws of God. Now, is this saying that we should be looking at the constellations? No, but it is saying, remember those that created us. Remember the angels. Remember the Most High. Remember these things that are above. Keep going. Hmm. Because up there right now, Christ is up there above, sitting on the right hand of God. Christ is not God. He is not the most high power, but he is God. You understand? He is the power. Like, you got to understand the definition of words to be able to understand what we're saying. Right? Christ is power, but he is not the most high power. There is only one, you understand, Lord of Lord. There's only one ancient of days, and that is Yahweh. And now his servant, his son, is Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the Hebrew, otherwise known as Jesus Christ. You understand? And he is not God. He is not the most high God. You understand? You can also go to where I believe it's in Peter, not Peter's, where Christ was starving himself for 40 days in the wilderness, in the woods, to prepare himself to be crucified. And what happened when he was in the woods? Satan came unto him, right? And Christ said what? He said, when he prayed to the Lord, he said, what? My Lord, if it behoove you, like, if there's any way, I'm paraphrasing, he said, if there's any way possible to let this cup pass from me. You understand? Like how I got this cup right here, the Lord said, drink that cup. Drink what's in that cup. And I said, Lord, if it's any way possible to let this cup just pass from me, like I don't want to drink what's in this cup. then let it be do. But he said, if it's not, then I'm gonna handle my what you told me to do. How is Christ speaking to himself? You making Christ to be some kind of schizophrenic. He ain't no schizophrenic. He ain't in the woods talking to himself like, I really want them shoes, but God, what you think? Should I get them shoes? And then he also God, he like, nah, nigga, you can't get them shoes. Whole time is just him talking to himself. That ain't Christ. All right. You understand? He spoke to the Father, and his Father spoke back. You understand? Ah, shit. Salaki Nadiyab. Wait, was you asking that for Nadiyab, or y'all just both had the same exact question? Salaki. All right, no sweat. There's a two birds with one stone. What's next? Come on. This gonna have to be the last one so we can get to the St. Patrick's. Hmm. Let's go. John 1, he's questioning John 1, chapter 4 through 5. All right, come on. Hmm. Hmm. Who is the him? What is the context here? And him was life, and the life was the light of men. Christ. This is still talking about Christ, right? And Christ was life. We want to define, when we want to learn how to live and to not die like how we've been dying, we follow who? We follow Christ, right? And Christ is the life, you understand? That was the light of men, right? When we want to define the light and not the dark, we follow Christ. All right, keep going. Mhm. And the light shineth in darkness. That's what you brothers do, right? You brothers take the light by following Christ, and you shine in the dark, right? The way that you dress, the way that you talk, the way that you move, everything that you're being taught by Commander General Yohana is coming straight from the Bible. You understand? You're being taught by Commander General Yohana how to be an Israelite, how to be a Jew, how to be from the tribe of which you come from. And this is how we were. Everything that Commander General Yohana is giving you. And that's why the world looks at you and hates you for it. They look at you like you're crazy. They look at you like you wear weird things or weird attire or got weird things on your head because you are the light. You ever woke up in the middle of the night to the police over your bed? Or maybe I'm going too deep. I'm going too deep. Salakia. Maybe not, right? But have you ever woke up? Have you ever just woke up and somebody put a flashlight on you? Like you sleep on the couch and they got the flashlight on you and in the middle of a dark room, right? What do you usually do? Man, bro, chill, man. What the hell? Chill. That's what you usually do because the light is too bright, especially when you're living in darkness. It's too blinding. It's too abrupt. It's too much to handle. Well, that's you in the world. You understand? You go around your friends and your family, and they look at you and say, "Man, chill, man, chill. Like, dang, just eat some pork, man. Just eat some shrimp. Like, just like you telling me she can't have that's what they do. They gonna say, so she can't have the St. Patrick cupcake. She can't have this little birthday gift that I got for her. He can't have this little thing." And you say, nah, la. I remember my kids brought me they made me some daddy's gay that dance like a daddy's day Father's Day cups. It was some Father's Day tumblers and stuff, right? Tumblers was cool. I'm thinking shit, this is some good quality cups. But it was some Father's Day cups, right? I took them cups right in front of them and I threw it in the trash. I threw it in the trash and told them don't ever do this again. Don't ever. Now they don't really understand it, but they will remember it. I pray that they'll remember that there are some things in life that are more valuable than our happiness. Some things are more valuable. They remember there was some reason my dad threw them cups. Them cups was nice. Why you throw them cups away that cost money? Because you did it in the name of Satan. You did it in the name of our oppressor that crucified our king to make us do these things, to make us celebrate Father's Day and make us celebrate birthdays, Halloween, Thanksgiving, 4th of July. You didn't do this because of the Lord. You understand? I'm still waiting on the day I get a Passover cup. I'm still waiting on that day. So one day I'm gonna get a goddamn Passover cup. This is my name on it, the school shield on it, maybe a little a liquor thing. What they call them things? What's it called? The thing that the old Westerns used to drink they lick out of. A flask. Yeah. One day I'm gonna get a little Passover. I don't know. I'm just saying, just putting that out there for anybody. But but you brothers are the light that is in the dark, right? Keep going. Hmm. Now that's the end of it, right? That's the end of it. Now darkness comprehended it not, meaning the world doesn't understand Christ. Now go to the next thing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now you know that this is talking about someone different. Why? Because it says his name. That's how you know that verse 5 is the end of talking about Christ. Now it's saying, now there was a man that was sent from God, and his name was John. Keep going. Uh-huh. 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 So John came to bear witness for who? John came to be a witness for Christ. Right? Keep going. That all men through him might believe. Meaning what? John came to pave the way. John came to say, you know what? There's a man greater than me that cometh after me, whose feet I am unworthy to wash. And you should believe in him because I'm gonna be like it's like Captain Cesar. Think of Captain Cesario, right? And I'm not trying to compare Captain Cesar to John in neither in mostly the bad way, right? But just bear with me. Captain Tazariot is a witness to Commander General Yohana's miracles. He's a witness to his might because he's seen it himself, and he's also the glory in it. Meaning, Cap will go out here and debate this person and battle this person and talk to Kanye and have all of the people who didn't want to listen to Commander General Yohana at first. But now they'll listen to Captain Tazariak. They'll say, "Oh, I'll follow Captain Tazariak. I'm listening to Captain Tazariak." And what does Captain Tazariak do? He does what John did not do. Captain Tazariak says, "Well, if you're gonna listen to me, you don't listen to me. You listen to Commander General Yohana." That's what John was supposed to do, but John didn't do that. Right? We know that. Keep going. Hmm. Hmm. Meaning what? He isn't Christ, but he is sent to bear witness of Christ. Is that it? We'll keep going. The light is the laws of God. The life is what you get from following the laws of God. You understand? You get death when you disobey God. You get life when you obey Him. Right? Let me see. Anything else? Anything? Got any quick questions? Anything? If not, or you got no sweat. Let's get into St. Patrick's real quick. Uh, as everybody knows, St. Patrick's Day is today, right? And it's the worship of a pagan god, right? And St. Patrick is nothing more than a slave. You understand? Like how ironic it is for us to make a whole day out of a slave from the 1600s in Ireland. A slave in Ireland from the 1600s has more influence over you and your kids than you and all of the slaves that lived here in America. Is there a Harriet Tubman Day? No. What about Nat Turner Day? Uh, what about Chicken George Day? Kunta Kinte Day? Missy Day? Ain't Your Mama? Oh, they changed that, right? All of the slaves in America get no reverence, but a slave from Ireland in the 1600s, he controls the mind of your children today. He makes your children wear green today. And if they don't wear green, they're getting pinched in school right now. They're getting pinched right now because they didn't wear green. Let's get into it. I'm gonna need a few scripts. We gotta roll through this real quick. Um, but first I want to start off with the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 3. Right? Yazakar, you give me Amos, Maga Ward, give me Matthew 23 and 9. We'll start there. Uh-huh. So now remember, the point of these classes and the point of being an Israelite is learning how to serve the Lord and to be on one par with Him. That's what all of this is about. All of your affliction, all of your temptation, all of your lust, everything that you do as you brothers, you're going to come into the truth and you're going to realize, like, when you look back, even now, you're going to realize I'm not the same person that I was. And it's that burning sensation that you have to stay in. Imagine this on fire. You put your hand in the fire. Usually you pull back because it hurt. This is the fire that you have to refine your body and your flesh into gold with. And the only way to refine yourself is to stay in the fire. And so staying in the fire means that every year you look at different things that you may have been doing wrong that has kept you in sin, that has kept you in lust, that has kept you arguing with your rib and going to the police or getting arrested or smoking weed, all kinds of stuff that you're doing. Right? You looking on Instagram and the woman got the front butt out a little bit too much. And you sitting there staring at it for 20 seconds. You got to start regaining your focus and say, you know what? Nah, that's Satan. Let me get rid of that. Let me swipe past that. Let me unfollow that person because she posted that. Unfollow this person because he posted that. That is how you start to burn your flesh and be moved and be made into fine gold. Read.
This is book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 3.
Mhm.
Yes, they be agreed.
Can two walk together except they be agreed? This is the basis of us in this room. Can we walk together? Can we be brothers if we accept we agree? Keep going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Would a lion roar in the forest when he have no prey? No. The lion roars over his triumphant. He roars over his victory. He roars when he devours his prey, not when there's nothing going on. Keep going.
Will a young lion cry out of his den?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No. Which means what? The answer to the question is what? Can two walk together unless they be agreed? La, we can't. We're going to disagree and we're going to be dysfunctional. The world teaches us that it's okay to live in dysfunctional families. We cannot live in dysfunctional families because then your children will be molested. You understand? Then your sons will grow up to be gangbangers and drug dealers and so on and so forth, substance abuse users. We cannot grow up dysfunctional. We have to function, right? You want your body to function. You want your mind to connect with your fingers. You want your fingers to connect with your wrist. You want your body to function properly. But imagine if your hands today say, you know what, we don't feel like working. We don't feel like working today. We're just gonna sit like this all day. You would get rid of it. You would take it to the hospital and say, what's wrong with my hand? Because it's not doing what I'm saying to do. Well, your family is the same way. And we cannot be family unless we function in order, unless we have one head, which and for our case is Commander General Yohana. You understand, of course, then Christ and then the Most High. Right? Drop that. Give me Matthew. Hmm. Hmm. So now, remember Saint Patrick, right? He lived. I ain't got this in the notes, but it was about 380, um, something like AD, right? 380 years after the death of Christ. But he was a Roman Briton. right? The Saint Patrick. And he was enslaved in Ireland as a teenager, and then he went back to Ireland as a Christian mercenary, missionary, right? So he went back to Ireland to start teaching the faith of Jesus Christ. Of course, 380 years past the death of Christ, and now the oppressor is starting to whitewash the history of Christ, whitewash the history of Peter. The school starts to fall apart, right? Peter's schools, the schools that Paul set up, they start to fall, right? There is no more classes, and Christ is gone, right? And so now you have Christian missionaries who's going to Ireland, who's going to Greenland, who's going to Europe, who's going to France, who's going to China, Japan, and they are pushing this false doctrine of Christianity. And don't let the missionary part fool you. They were mercenaries, Salagia, meaning you would die. Like a missionary was like a scout before the killing started. It was like oh, we come in the Lord name, Jesus. We just want to know if you will accept Jesus. If you don't, it's okay. Jesus, love Jesus, peace. Then they leave. They didn't accept. Go kill them. Just go kill them. And then they come back. Oh, we want to know if you're going to accept Jesus. And now, yeah, now you're going to accept him. This is what St. Patrick was. Um, and what else was he? And he also became what they would call a saint, which is how he got the name Saint Patrick. Now we know that saints are who? Who are saints according to the Bible? Israel. Only Israelites can ever be saints. We'll prove it, right? Read what you got. This is also created by the Catholic Church, which we know is known for all of the child molestation in the world. I think only up to recently, the only place that has got higher numbers of child molestation in the world today is Jehovah's Witnesses. But they neck and neck. Oh yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses up there. That's why I blaze on them every chance I get. All right, go ahead, read what you got. Mm-hmm. Oh, read it again, Salaki, from the top. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So now, this goes not just to St. Patrick, but to all of your church fathers. You understand? The Lord said, "Don't call him father." Now, is it saying don't literally call him father? No. But what it is talking about is you're giving him the position of God, which is why we have separated the laws of God, the customs of God, the high holy days of God, and we've replaced it with America's laws, with the Romans' laws, with the Roman holidays, which is why now we reverence St. Patrick, but we don't reverence the Passover. You understand? We'll reverence St. Nicholas, but we won't reverence Purim or Esther, right? We'll follow their holidays, but won't follow our own. And that's in the scriptures, right? Keep going. Hmm. Hmm. For what? For one is your master, right? Saint Patrick is not your master, right? Like this holiday, I wish I could put it up on the TV, but Saint Patrick's Day was an official Catholic feast day. It wasn't something that they got out of the records. It wasn't something that came out of the Bible at all, right? This was a day where because Patrick was such a revolutionary in Christian dogma, because he was such a revolutionary in Christian propaganda, he pushed it. So he was very good at his job. This is why we follow St. Patrick, because he was very good at his job. Nothing else. He was good at his job of lying to people. He was a great liar. And so because of that, they created this feast day after him. Who knows why they created the feast day after him? And I want to take a shot. This was something that started being celebrated in the 1600s. Mm-mm. Yes, but why? What became the motivation? Hmm? One more time. Mm-mm, mm-mm. If if I want this building taken down brick by brick, and I just got you two brothers, and I got other people around, but Yazakar, he start taking out bricks. I'm talking about bricks. He taking them out, knocking them down. And I say, damn, Yazakar, man, we gonna have Yazakar day. We gonna have Yazakar day. Why am I doing that? I don't really give a damn about Yazakar. Yeah, shit today ain't got nothing to do with him. I want you to give a damn about Yazakar. And I want you to idolize what he did. I want the world to idolize what he did because now they'll have something to aspire to. They'll have something to be like. Now, more people gonna be in here knocking down bricks. More people, because after they get drunk and have a feast day, and they say, "Oh well, Yazakar, oh well, Yazakar, he laid down the." Now they're gonna say, "Well, I'm about to go lay down bricks. I'm about to go do the work." And this is how Christianity started to spread. See, the Christian church could not just serve the Lord because the Lord doesn't get you to serve him with glitz and glamour. He doesn't get you to serve him with toys and candy and alcohol and sex and parties. That's not how the Lord gets you. The Lord will just kill you. That's how the Lord gets you to serve him. You understand? Like imagine the Passover during the time of Exodus. And imagine if someone said, man, put lamb's blood? You got sisters, and sisters look uh-uh. Imagine telling your wife right now, we gotta kill a lamb, take the blood, and put it over the door of our house. Imagine your wife's reaction. Blood? Listen, the Lord don't make you serve him because of parties. He make you serve him because after your wife say we ain't putting the lamb's blood up there, no sweat. You'll just be dead. That's why no one loves the most high. We have this false reality of our love for God because we don't know him. But if you knew him, a lot more people today would just say, you know what, I hate him, which is why they fight against him. It's why the Philistines fought against Israel because they hated the fact that we served a God that will unalive them with a rock. They hated the fact that we served a God that'll free us from Egypt with us, a windstorm and a flood. They hated it because God is unfair and he's on our part. But now, St. Patrick's Day, they make it so that it's fun, make it so that it's enjoyable. This is why it's such a fight having kids in captivity, because you have to fight everything that the world is trying to push onto them to make them serve them, America, instead of serving the Lord, which is why you have to fight with your kids. You have to push in their mind Passover, Passover, Shalom, dress like this, say these words, come to class. You have to get your children in class. Otherwise, they'll fall victim to St. Patrick. And then they'll go do the work St. Patrick did. Keep going. Matter of fact, drop that for time's sake. Give me Jeremiah 10 and 2. Yazakar, give me Deuteronomy 12 and 30. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The Lord said, Jeremiah said, don't learn the ways of the heathen. Like these holidays is not for us. They don't do anything for us. They don't fix us. Y'all went to the Feast of Purim. The Feast of Purim, it gave a spirit for us, like to the sisters, where for them, it made them feel like, okay, I could do more. It gave them the strength to make it to the Passover. Like a lot of sisters are still high off of the strength of Purim, off of that spirit. They high off of that. You understand? And a lot for the brothers, it make brothers think about sisters. It make them think because all year we just brothers and we warn and we going to camp and we doing this. And for a second, you sit back and say, damn, man, sisters are important. Sisters are good. You understand? We need sisters, man. Esther did this thing, did her thing. You understand, man? Let me do something for the sister. Let me get the flowers for the sister, stuff like that. That is something that the Lord gave to us. That's not vanity. What the hell does St. Patrick do? What the hell does Christmas do? Give you some false reality of love and joy and happiness? They don't do nothing because it means nothing. You understand? The same feeling of family time and all of that you can have with your family outside of Christmas. But because we're so indoctrinated, we believe the only time we can have loving time with our family is during pagan holidays. Come on, keep reading. Or drop that. Give me Deuteronomy 12. Like it's a lot. We gonna have to roll through these so we can just get through this day. It's Deuteronomy 12 and 30. Come on. Uh-huh. So look, what is Moses saying here? What is the Lord saying here? It says, take heed to yourselves, right? Meaning, listen to this. Listen to what I'm telling you right now. That to thyself, that thou be not snared by following them, right? Meaning the Lord, like he's for Tom, so he's talking about these other nations and how he's going to cut them off from us. Moses is talking about how the Lord's going to cut these other nations off from us. And Moses is saying, now listen, don't go following after them. Don't go following after their customs or their holidays. Keep going. Hmm. Hmm. Meaning the Lord going to let you watch him destroy these other nations, which is what we watching today. We watching how these other nations are getting destroyed, man, in Iran and Iraq. How they getting destroyed in the Middle East. Gas prices are becoming a little unbearable, and it's going to get worse. Remember, the Lord said in the day of Christ's return, we will hear of wars and rumors of wars and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. You're going to start to see the world be so abnormal than you've ever known it. I'm like, this ain't how it's supposed to be. I ain't supposed to see an earthquake right here. Why am I seeing this? Right? Keep going. Don't inquire after their gods. St. Patrick is a god to the Roman Catholic Church. He's a god unto them. What is he going to do for me? What is he going to do for us? Nothing. So why are you pledging your allegiance to him by putting on green today? I'll never wear green on St. Patrick's Day. I just never do it. You understand? I ain't never gonna, I don't even know what they do on St. Patrick's Day. I'm so far removed from it. I'm never gonna do it. Whatever they say they do, I'm not doing it. You understand? For one, because we're not Irish. And for two, because we serve the Lord in his house. Drop that. Or keep reading that. Give me a Mark chapter 7 and 7. So I can but finish where you at. Hmm. Hmm. Saying what? For how did these nations serve their gods? All right. Keep going. Meaning what? They serve their gods by murdering, by raping, by stealing, by lying. You understand? You know how many people have died in the name of Cesar Borgia, white Jesus? Do you know how many mercenaries have unalived hundreds of millions of people in the name of false gods? Billions. Salakia. Damn near probably a billion. It's somewhere close to there. I don't know. But too many to count. That's how they serve their God. Look at all of the gods of the Greek mythology: Zeus, Ares, Hades. How did they serve their gods? By what? Praying? That's not how they served their God. They went to unalive people and they did it in the name of their God. Don't follow after those heathen customs. That's foolishness. All right? You don't have to be the type of person that just kills people. All right? Like you don't have to. So it's so ironic. God will kill them. He'll do it. You don't have to be so like we are so adapted to unaliving each other that we hear about people dying and it doesn't even affect us. There used to be a time, there's gonna be a time in the kingdom of heaven where someone dying is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be like, damn, someone died? Oh, someone murdering somebody is gonna be like, nigga. Like the way you look at Jeffrey Dahmer, you're gonna look at a regular murderer, like he's just a regular dude, and you're gonna look at him like, nigga, whoa, stay the hell away from me. Put him over there in another city. He's a murderer. But today we don't look at it like that. Today we look at, nigga, I got 3 hats. And you think he the coolest nigga in the world. That's not our customs. That's the custom of the oppressor that got badges for going to war. We go to war out of necessity, not because we want to flaunt how many badges we got because of how many confirmed kills we got, because of how many arrests we've made, because of how many Negroes we shot in the police force. That's not why we do these things. We train and we protect and defend our own to defend our families. You understand? If the Philistines would have turned around and went the other way, Israel would have been at peace. But they want to fight us because they hate our God. Keep going. Well, drop that. Give me where you at? Where you at, Mark? Yeah, come on, give me Mark 7:7. You give me Colossians 2:8. Yazakar. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Howbeit in what? Howbeit in vain that they worship. Keep going. Uh-huh. Remember, this is Christ speaking, right? This in red. This Christ speaking right here. He said, "Howbeit in vain that they worship, teaching the doctrines, the commandments of men." Following after St. Patrick's Day is a doctrine and a commandment of man. That is not in the Bible. Find me St. Patrick in the Bible. Find him. Find the Irish leopard. Find me leprechauns. Where the leprechauns at in the Bible? Right? Where's the Irish at in the Bible? Nowhere to be found. Find a four-leaf clover in the Bible. It's not there. These are the commandments of men, and it is vain. Keep going. Mhm. For now, you took away Passover. You took away the feast of Purim. You took away the feast of first fruits, the feast of tabernacles, the memorial blowing of the trumpets. You took away the day of atonement. That your mother ain't worried about that. They don't care about that. In school, they don't care about that. That's actually in the Bible. It's in here, in your Google books, in your Google Drive, hot phones, computers, and in the hard copies. It's there, but they took away that. Keep going. hmm It says, "For laying aside the commandment of God, ye hold the tradition of men." It's not of God. St. Patrick is a tradition of man. The Roman Catholic Church created this. You understand, this feast day during the 1600s. This is not anything close to even being of the Lord. Keep going. hmm hmm Uh-huh. As the washing of pots and cups and many other such things you do. Meaning what? Meaning you washing pots and pans and push them to the side like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. Is you washed Passover. You washed the Feast of Purim. You just got rid of it. Feast of Purim was in this cup. You just took it and washed it and threw it to the side so that you can drink the cup of St. Patrick's Day, so that your cup could be clean for the 4th of July, for President's Day, for whatever other holiday that we celebrate in this kingdom, right? Drop that. Give me no, you keep going, but you give me mm, time's sake, Patrick Colossians. Yeah, give me that. And then Magawar, you give me the Galatians 5:21. Damn, I need 10 more minutes. Come on. We're gonna try to push it, see what they say. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This is one of the bedrock scriptures of the UPK. You troopers, you get this one and you put it in your notebooks. This is one of the bedrock scriptures. Beware that any man spoil you through vain philosophy. You understand? Meaning what? All of this philosophizing and all of the Sarnetta and the what's the other cat name who's in prison for child molestation? Polite. All of these things from them all the way to the Roman Catholic Church are poisoning us with philosophies, with doctrines that don't come from God. You understand? Keep going. hmm Again, tradition of men. Men is not in coalition with God. You understand? Man goes against God, but the sons of God are with him. We are the sons of God because we serve God. Man is Donald Trump. He's man. Creflo Dollar, TD Snakes, any man who is of the rudiment of this world, they're just men. They're mere men, which is why it is so important for you brothers to be light. Because when you are the light, you are like angels. Like one day you brothers are gonna walk around and people gonna look at you like you're not human. They're gonna look at you, look at what you wear, look at how you are, look at how you think, how you speak, how you move, and they're gonna say you're absolutely not human. You're not a man. I think about General Hyman like that all the time. I think there's no way he is a man. He was not born. I don't believe he was born. I don't think I've ever seen his mother and father. I do not think he was born. I'm putting on record. I think General Hyman is an angel, but no sweat. We'll see when Christ come back if I was right. Right? That's what you should aspire to be. When people see you, they should say that shit. They see you at camp. They say them niggas is not human. Now. They're not like me. I'm the type of person, I get hungry, I eat. I'm the type of person, I get thirsty, I drink. I need a fixing, I get drugs. I need this, I want to have sex, I have sex. I do this, I do that. You want to be the type of person that does nothing because your body says so, that does nothing because America says so. The only thing you do is what God said. That's the only thing that makes you move. Outside of that, I could be hungry, I could be thirsty, I could want to have sex, I could want to get drunk, I could want to do anything, and I won't do it. You understand? Not because of some outside entity, but because I want to do it. Because you have self-control, right? That is what makes you different from everyone else. You can control yourself, which is why you won't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It's why you won't celebrate America's holidays. It's why you won't stand for his national anthem in a crowd with 10 million people around you. You ever done y'all been through that yet? Or y'all ain't got to experience that yet. Being in a 15,000 people crowd NBA game and the national anthem come on, and everybody else stand, please rise for the national anthem. I said I did it on the field, on the football field, and everybody rise. And I go to the bench and bloop, and I hear people say what they say. Well, he must be hurt. No, I'm not. I'm about to play. I'm just not doing this. And it's a hard thing to do, but that's what makes you not human. Um, mm, mm, mm. Give me John. Did you have something? Come on. And then you give me John 2 and 15, and we got one more. And we're gonna clip it there. John 2 and 15, Yazakar, Galatians uh 5 and 21, my Lord. Mhm. Mhm. Uh-huh. Envious, murderous, drunkenness. Keep it going. Hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm. Hmm. You can't be a drunkard out. You can't be a ravenous bastard. And these things are all promoted by St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day would not have as many, like the brother was saying online, he ain't never seen as many people celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Miami, Florida. Why? Because it's fun. Because it's fun to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It's fun to go and get drunk and have sex with everybody. They getting drunk and having sex with anybody. You understand? And that's what all of these holidays, the lack of self-control. The Bible says be vigilant and be sober-minded. You can't do that and follow after these pagan customs. You have to get drunk because you have to like the only way to celebrate these holidays, right, is to s- is to get drunk. Is to get high. Because you have to remember that you are a slave, and the only way to get through it is to say, well, you know what, at least I can have a good time. At least my children have fun. At least there's paintings and cartoons and stuff that entice the kids. You understand? Drop all of that and give me Joshua chapter 24 and 15. Right? At least there's things that my children can be happy about. My mom is going to be happy. A lot of you are going to get bewitched by your parents to celebrate these holidays because you feel like you're going to disappoint them if you take fun out of their life. For so long, you thought, man, I'm gonna be fun for my parents. I'm gonna make them enjoy their old age. I'm gonna be the daughter or be the son that could go around my parents and let them enjoy being around. And now you're coming into the truth, and now you're having to combat that thing. Now you're having to be like, damn, I can't be as fun with you no more because life is serious. This is serious. I can't just talk about all the things we talked about. I can't sit back and gossip with you about my husband anymore. I can't sit back and gossip about my wife anymore. I can't do this. I can't allow my daughter to do that. No, you can't take my daughter to a birthday dinner no more. No, no more Christmas gifts no more. You're taking the fun out of their life. But the fun is the only thing that kept them serving another God. That's the only thing. Read what Joshua said. Come on, whoever got it. Hmm. Hmm. If now, if it seemed evil unto you to serve the Lord, if it seemed evil unto you to be at the Passover, to not celebrate St. Patrick's Day, to not celebrate birthdays and Christmas and holidays, if that seems evil unto you, keep going. Uh-huh. Choose you this day whom you will serve. Choose you this day whom you will serve. It ain't gonna be a bunch of enticing kids stuff at the Passover. It ain't gonna be a whole bunch of drunkenness and uh sex with anybody you want. It ain't gonna be no drugs. It ain't gonna be none of that at the Lord's Passover. What will be there is a righteous people. You will see the glory of the Lord. You ain't gonna see Christmas trees and lights and holiday decorations, but you will see the Lord's glory. And you'll also see his people. And that's about the only thing that you're gonna get at the Lord's Passover. So if that's not enough for you, then choose you this day. Just don't go out. Hell with it. Just don't go. Just celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Just celebrate Christmas and whatever the next one is coming up. But as for me and my people, we choose on this day to serve the Most High. We're gonna choose to serve Him. You can keep the glitz and the glamour. Just know, death gonna come with it, and life comes from what we do. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and clip the class. The water to all the brothers for coming out, the sisters for coming out to the class. Um, Again, stay tuned for Captain Nine Thought, Captain the 13,009 Thought. He gonna break down. Like I don't know what he gonna break down, but he gonna break it down. But make sure you tune into the class, the mandatory North Carolina class of the Captain of Priest of Captain 13,009 Thought. Also, the Lord's 57th annual Passover this year will be hosted in Houston, Texas, April 4th weekend. That Wednesday, we got the lamb slaughter. Thursday, we got General Mahim, the scripture breakdown class. Friday will also be the Black Party. Saturday will be the Passover. Sunday will be the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All of these things, you understand, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians are all welcome to come to attend. Pay your Passover fee, which is $200 per person, per adult. Adults 17 and older. And if you need help getting to the Passover, get in contact with the Israelite School of UPK under Commander General Yohana, man. And with that, shalom.